Hey, what up, what up, what up? First off, thanks for checking out the first step of my channel. Greatly appreciate it. I know there's a lot of other channels out there that give you the tips and the tricks, the ins and the outs, the how-tos and how-nots of GTA 5, but me, I'm a bit of a gearhead, so I decided to do more of a custom car channel. All the cars we'll customize are cars that are personally in my garage. Some new, some old, some removed. We'll run through the mod options on each ride, and then the fun begins. With the city of Los Santos as our playground, we'll make a straight line speed run, test the agility with the slalom, see how long it takes for the brakes to break, and finally combine all the challenges into a sprint run. Now that everyone's up to speed, let's get to it. This is AMJ Custom Garage, and I'm your driver, AMJ. And our first ride up is the Vapid Dominator. These things litter the city of Los Santos, and like most of you, I liberated mine from an NPC.
Holy shit! God damn it!
And with that down, let's get to the garage and see what's under the hood. Okay, and here we are at the auto shop. Let's see what customs we've got we can put on here. Alright, like I mentioned before, I've had this vehicle. This is my first vehicle, actually. So, I've pretty much done all the mods I wanted to on it. But let's see if there's anything I want to change. It's been a minute since I've done this. So let's see what's up. Yeah, that window vent I kind of like. Brakes all the way up, engine all the way up. Those are automatic. Bumpers, front bumper. Yeah, I remember there not being much in the way of customization for this car. Which I find really hard to believe, seeing as how this is based on a Mustang. One of the most popular cars, at least in the US. Titanium and stock. I mean, they're both just the same. The badging is all over. I mean, I could put in, I think these are fog lights, or are the fog lights down below? I'm gonna leave it like that until I can find out. The hood, there's just the carbon hood. I don't like that. It breaks up the livery. Oh, and the lights, I've already got the Xeon. Yeah. Plate. Well, this is got the Hunter Killer plate. This originally, funny thing is, when I first got this car, mod had the bounties up at the top, and I used this for my bounty hunting car. So I created the plate Hunter Killer, and now we've actually got the bounty hunter business, so this is my bounty hunter car. Everyone else takes their oppressor, I take the Dominator. Respray, I'm gonna leave this in black. Roof. Carbon, yeah, don't like that. And yeah, with the louvers, that's where I'm at right now. The skirts. Yeah, I like the skirts on there. It matches the front bumper, the front splitter, but it's unfortunate it don't have the black trim at the bottom that goes all the way around to the back. It would be nice to have a little something back there for it. I've got the high level. Oh, I kind of like the ducktail. And it doesn't change anything as far as the traction goes. I don't know, I kind of like that. And I don't have any carbon on the car anywhere. I don't think the louvers on the back are carbon. They don't appear to be. So let's try the ducktail for a minute, see how we like that. Suspension, I've got it lowered all the way. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Transmission should be all the way up. Turbo's on. Wheels. So these are the stock wheels, I believe. Let's see, what do we got under muscle? Yeah, these are the stock. Man, really not digging any of these on this car. Where's sport? I'm very particular about my rims. They have to meet. Oh, that looks kind of nice. They've got to meet certain criteria, and the GTA rims just a lot of them don't meet that. Kind of do like those. Those are the dash. All right, we'll come back and see. Well, the S races aren't bad. I think we're gonna go with the dash. Those look like the stock right there. 59s. Yeah. Alright, so I think we're gonna put the dash on. So the only question now is, do we paint them or not? I mean, because that looks pretty fly in black. I knew that would. I think we're gonna go with black. That's alloy. Yeah, okay. So you've made some changes. Windows, that's got the limo tint. We're gonna leave that on there. Can't be telling who the bounty hunters are, right? Alright, let's take this outside, look at it in the sun, and see what we got. Alright, now that we're out in the sun, let's take a look at what we got. First of all, yeah, those rims looking nice on there. Might be a little spooky, but the black with the silver and the deep dish, looking good. Tinted windows. That is nice with the louver on the back. I'm usually not a fan of louvers, but I think it sits well on here. And then I believe Rockstar calls it gasoline green for that second color. Going great. Goes over the spoiler. That's real nice all the way down. Got the Dominator cut by the Dominator Vapid logo. Real nice there. And then the tri-bar tail lights. That's always a nice touch. Thing I don't like about the spoiler though is that how it looks like it just goes into nowhere on the car. It doesn't look like there was any thought as to where that was going to go. And if you look on it at it, you can even see here, right about there, you can see where the car looks like it was turning up to go into the spoiler. But the spoiler just keeps going past it. It would have been the perfect place to cut it, and then it would have fallen in line with the rest of the car. But, I don't know. Maybe this is an asset from a different car. No clue. Then we move to the quarter panel here. And for some crazy reason, Rockstar has got a Corvette flag on the side of a Mustang-inspired Dominator. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It doesn't make any type of sense. I don't know if they're trolling or what. Love the side rear windows, the sail window covers, the vents, the intakes. Although now that I'm looking at it, it is kind of weird how they just again seem to be placed. There is this whole line back here where it would have been nice if that vent had just molded into it. Again, it seems like it's an asset that Rockstar just built and then just said we'll stick it on, and not actually fitting it to the car. Same as the spoiler. Is what it is. All right, well, let's take a look inside the trunk. All right, moving around to the back. Well, trunk definitely looks like it's showing its age. It kind of looks like it's an older rendering. Looks like it's almost stretched or murky. See how you got the lines? Let's back up. There we go. See how you got the lines in there? I mean, I'm guessing that's just because this is a, I believe this is a launch day car, so I'm guessing that's PS3, I believe this was, if I remember correctly. Not exactly sure. Let's run around to the front, see what we got. Front is nice. I'm digging the hood. Love that vent. Love that vented hood up front. And then the secondary color comes to a point on it. That looks planned. That looks great. It's got the indents over here on the side too, indicating the inflow, sucking that air into the hood. That is done perfect. The front splitter. I think there was, no, this was the lip for it. So it would have been nice to have the carbon a little bit further out. It's tiny. Oh, and I was asking earlier if there was any carbon on the car, and there it is. Could have gone with the trunk spoiler I deleted, but oh well. Well, let's take a look under the hood. Now that is a nice V8 engine. They did a really nice job on that. It's got all of your spark plugs. Wait, that's an air intake. That means there's a carburetor underneath it, which means that this is not EFI, which is very odd being a 2009, 2011 based Mustang. This should have been where your EFI is. That looks like it might be a radiator upper hose, but why does it connect to the back of the engine instead of the front? Alright, Rockstar, you've confused me with that, but I guess that means that those air intake vents on the hood actually do feed into the carburetor. Alright, well, that is what it is. There's a little bit of badging up here, right in front of the light, and then come around to the side. There is some badging here. 450 cubic inch supercharged. Well, it's not supercharged, it's got a carburetor. And the game doesn't use superchargers, it uses turbos. Whoa, hold up. Alright, I gotta interrupt for just a second here. I am very much aware that you can supercharge a carburetor setup. And I know that you can even turbocharge a supercharged setup. But look at this engine. That's not what this is. This is a plain naturally aspirated motor. Rockstar confused me with what they showed versus what they told. It's not my fault. Alright, now that that's said, let's get back to the review. So this car is just all confused. Rockstar is just all confused. It's got the Corvette flag, it's supercharged, and a turbo base game with the carburetor. Rockstar, Rockstar. Alright, that said, let's take a look inside. Love that startup. Alright, first things first, we've got the dashboard here. Parking brake comes on when you actually hit the parking brake, and that's a nice touch. Headlights also come on when you hit the headlights. If it was darker, we'd be able to turn on the high beams, and we'd get the high beam indicator, but all you've got is the headlights. Parking brake on, you hit the throttle, the RPM shoot up. 8,500 it looks like. That's a nice touch there too, Rockstar. We all know that the speedometer works. So that's pretty cool there. Did a good job. The radio. Holy crap. That is something out of a 1967. I guess it's digital. Got the little digital indicator, so it's not that old. But geez Louise. And then speaking of, we've got the interior texture. And geez Louise indeed. These seats are showing their age. They're a little old. If you look at the roof, the headliner, and then you look at the seats, you can definitely see the difference. It almost looks like they've been stretched. Needs an update. Needs an update. Speaking of update, window cranks? Really? 2011, and we got window cranks. I don't know. Maybe there's a car out there that built in 2011 that's got window cranks. Maybe there isn't. I'd be hard-pressed to find one, though. The carbon fiber trim, that's a nice little touch. It's on the dash as well, and it's above the glove box. And, surprise, surprise, there's a lack of louvers. I've never noticed that, but I don't drive in first person either. The louvers were on the outside. They're still on the outside. They're not on the inside, or at least they're not visible from the inside. I'll have to look and see if the rear view actually works. I've never tried it. You can also see above the seat where there is supposed to be the window, but because I have the vent there, the intake vent, Rockstar just filled it in with black from the inside of the vent, I guess, instead of filling it in with headliner. Would have been a nice touch there. Would have sealed it in. Other than that, though, back seat be damned. Other than that, though, it's a nice interior. It's a doable interior. It's livable. And now that we've got that done, let's get to our drag run. Alright, here we are for our drag run. This is what is known in the real world as the LA River. We are going to line our tires, little further ahead. Let's actually straighten up a bit. There we go. We'll line our tires up on this line right here. We're going to run this all the way down. It's not really a drag run, but we're going to run it all the way down to the other end of the canal, the aqueduct, whatever you want to call it, the river. So we're going to run this all the way to the other end where the two barrels are, and that will be our speed run. But alright though, here we go. I'm not going to know what the time is until we get to the other end. Yeah, I think that's okay. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, alright, that was real kind of slow off the start. Picks up some speed once she gets going though. I can't remember if this is 5 or 6 gears. That one came in real long. There's that long shift. It's a nice run though. It's a nice run. And I'm pretty sure that's topped out right there. No more shifts. Pretty easy to control. It's not till she starts hitting bumps that she gets all wonky. There it is. Cross the line. Alright, perfect. That was a great run. Now it's on to the slalom. Here we are at the pier, just finished our grease lightning run, speed test. I'm gonna kiss this, there we go, right up against the railing. So what the plan here is that we're gonna slalom all the way up in between the poles. Get to the top, flip that U, slalom all the way back down. Get to the bottom where we are here, spin it, power all the way back up to the top, straight line, get to the top, flip it again, slalom back, and then across the lines. Here we go. Instantly I realized I gotta take this a lot slower than I normally would. The poles are probably a little too close to do this, but also the Dominator loses traction very easily. And when you're on a surface with no traction, go, 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 power! Yeah, see that spin? Surface with no traction, it is very easy to lose control. But that is that. And she did it actually pretty well. Alright, so now that we got that done, it's on to the brake test. Alright, here we are at Fort Zancudo to do the one thing that every video game, car video game needs, brake test, right? Who cares about stopping? We're gonna kiss the wash barrier at the back of the car. We're gonna make this speed run. We're gonna run all the way down to the other blue lights way down there. Can't see them right now, but that's what we're gonna do. And I think I'm gonna do this at night because then the blue lights are easier to see. I did a run with these with the daylight, excuse me, and I could see the blue lights, but I think they're easier for you to see the blue lights. Yeah, see? Let's do this. Alright, got the start off going, looking good. Crossing the first 30. Nice and straight. Second 30. Camera on the hood, here come the lights. And stopped safely within the safe box. Alright. Okay, off to the cannonball run. Okay, just finished all the testing we're doing for this car. Speed run, agility, braking. Let's line this up. We're going to combine it all for our cannonball run. We are currently at Rogers Salvage and Scrap. We are taking this beauty all the way up here to Stab City. Stab City. That's going to be our goal. That's our finish line. Got a couple twisties, got some straights, got some hill climbs. This has got a little bit of everything. It's going to be a fun little run to do. Let's see how traffic is. If it is good, we are gone. Very little wheel spin off the start. That is great. This car will break traction if you are not paying attention. It will instantly just let go. Got some quick speed for being. I believe I was told that this is a day one car. which would explain the customization or lack thereof. Click them both. No car here? Yeah. Alright. Here comes the hard straight leading up into the hill climb. Or the beginning of the hill climb. We got the ramps here. It's going to lead us right up into the Hollywood Hills, or Vinewood Hills. Nice. Yeah, see, this is where the Dominator becomes tricky. Gotta slow down. Here we are coming into Geico Corner. There's always a car there and it always wants to make that right. Never stops for me. This car can get really squirrely in the bumps. Just like right there. Hill climb is pretty easy in this. Lots of power. That V8's probably a stock sound, but I do love how throaty it is. Out of gears. Alright, now we are on our way down. That was on me. And I'm gonna shut up here going through Blind Man's Curve. Nice. All right, here we are, last leg of the sprint. She's doing really well, not too bouncy like normal. What's this car gonna do? What's this car gonna do? All right, he's going straight. I gotta say, I really enjoy this car. Like I said, you gotta plan ahead. You gotta think about what you're doing. She will kill you in a heartbeat given the opportunity. And there we are. Done and done. Time for final thoughts. For being an entry-level car that you can con an NPC into donating, there's nothing special about the Dominator. From the lack of custom options, to the confusing badging, to the misaligned spoiler that has as much downforce as the balloons and up did, and let's not even mention the brakes, the Dominator is very difficult to dial in. The combo of the two technical issues create a lack of traction with the slightest bump or the tiniest ditch, and the back tires are sliding all over Vinewood like a dog on a frozen lake. But if you can ride that edge of control and chaos, that's where the fun kicks in. As mentioned before, it's not the fastest in its class, but in a straight line, on a flat surface, she can really boogie. She's wicked heavy in oversteer, but if you know how to drive, you can plan for the corners and brake early, you can turn this mule into a stallion. And once you've tamed her, that's when the fun really kicks in. She's a lot of work for the fun, but for me, that's what makes this Dominator a 3-star wanted level whip. And with that, on to the next whip. Alright, that's it. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And if you liked what you saw, maybe you might want to like and subscribe, or maybe even just leave a comment. Comment on another whip you'd like to see me roll out, or maybe a comment actually on someplace where I can find a slalom, because I ain't kidding, that one on the pier is a little tight. In the meantime though, here's a hint for next episode's whip. Alright then, that's that. I'm out of here. Take it easy.